Good morning, Jim Hodges here, Wrigley here. Wrigley is a German Shorthaired pointer, right at 11 months old, that came in for our residency. Very good boy, perfect GSP as far as being loving, affectionate, a great family dog. Gets excited a little bit, but be good around kids, around grown-ups. Likes to jump, but of course we've started to work on that, okay? His owners have already started obedience, that they've done a very good job. I'm just trying to take it to the next level, try to get a little more exact with some of the things that happen. His obedience is really very good. Hopefully you're going to see that right here in just a couple of minutes. But his obedience is very good. The biggest thing is trying to get his focus. I like to say Wrigley here doesn't have a strong prey drive, but he has an over-the-top hunt drive. So you may see him, it's really chilly here this morning, but you may see in a windy area or when the animal's around that he's scenting the air a great deal. That's just because he's got that strong hunting background. I personally think that he would be great around cats and such. He's proven it around here. He gets distracted, looks, but I don't think he's really got a harmful cell in his body, at least at this point at 11 months of age. As he matures, of course, you always want to watch this and be sure of what's going on. The big thing with his obedience is he's got high energy, as I said. We want to make sure that we're calm and deliberate. We change speeds in our obedience to try to help him focus. We use hand signals and verbal, but hand signals, he's really good with his hand signals. And we just try to work him to the point, and we see he starts to do something. I tell people try to take the opposite step, okay? Know what we're going to ask him to do before he does it right now. And if he does good, we provide praise. If he doesn't, we provide that little bite or consequence. We're not here to intimidate or dominate him or anything like that, and he's very good that way. So we're going to go through obedience. We'll see what happens. If he messes up, he messes up. I did have someone make a comment, I was told, on my YouTube videos. We do not cut and edit. This is one time through here, okay? So when we go through, if he makes a mistake, I feel like it's important. If I make a mistake, I feel like it's important so you can see the reaction. The purpose of this video is to be a blueprint for owners and give potential owners out there ideas about what to do and the actions to take. Remember, we praise 20 times more than we bite or provide a consequence. But we do bite. We have to touch because that's the primary form of communication for dogs is touch first. All right, you ready? Stay upbeat. Try to stay emotionally connected with our dogs. We can use treats, and you're going to see me use a treat here with him in a few minutes. But when we do, we're using the treat, not going to give it to him and let him keep on. We want his focus. We want him to look at us. So when we are working and he looks at us, we want to praise him. Occasionally in the beginning, we may give him a treat, okay? I'll take a treat a lot of times and have it in my pocket so he doesn't see the treat bag, for any dog for that matter. And I'll keep the treat coiled in my hand so he's not seeing me digging for it. Hey, buddy, you ready? Let's go. So our let's go is our walk by our side, okay? This is a situation that we have two owners at home. One is a male, the other's a female. I tell people all the time, dogs are chauvinist, unfortunately. So what we want to do is make sure that we change speeds and we teach our dog to walk with us. One of the things that he has the tendency of doing, right now he's doing his little distractful thing, that's okay, but we want to make sure he's by our side. If he starts to go out, we're going to bite back to our side, okay? If he goes this way, we're going to bite here. We're going to encourage him when he's paying attention. We're not going to encourage him looking somewhere else. A lot of times people will give praise to a dog and not really look at what the dog is doing when they give that praise, and they're basically giving the green light to something we may not want. Let's go. Good boy. So he runs, slow down, good boy. He's right here by my side. So if he didn't stay by my side, I would bite him. So I'm changing. When we're on a walk, we're not going to change direction so much. But I'm changing, and if you'll see, is creating a little bit more focus with him. Sit. Hand signal for sit. Good boy. Sit means sit. If he doesn't sit, we would tap up. You remember how I talked about focus a few minutes ago? That's one of the reasons we really work hard on the hand signals with him. And the owners had too. They had done it before I had. And their comment, the same comment I have here, is when we use hand signals, he's still sort of watching to see what we do, okay? When I tell him to sit, he must sit. He's doing it. If he didn't sit or if he got up, it would be no, sit, a little tap straight up. We've talked about levels of consequence. We're never here to intimidate or dominate, hurt him, or make him fear us. And then if we did bite, we always come back and give him light praise when he's doing what we want. So it's praise if he's doing right, it's no and the tap at the same time if he's not, and then we praise after he's done it. Good boy. So make sure you understand where we're going with all of that, okay? Let's go. So this isn't cats he's looking at right now. He's looking at squirrels and birds off in the woods. Good boy. Hand signal, pet, love. And he's watching me. Good boy. I could even take that moment when he was watching me and giving him a treat. Why? It's just to help increase that focus on us. Let's go. Oops. One thing that I do, if I ever drop a treat, I try to pick it up. I don't want my dogs picking up food off the ground, okay? That teaches a very bad habit when you're away from home. Yeah, at home it may be safe, but away you never know. Another thing for those that might have to stay on top of their dog a little bit more and need that little extra oomph, if you will, I like to keep the collar up high on the neck, okay? High on the neck allows you to give a little lighter a tap. Sit. Good boy. Down from the side. Attaboy. That's my down signal from the side. I told him down. He down. Now he's got to stay in that down until I release him. Just like in the sit, he has to stay in the sit till I release him. I don't use that S-T-A-Y word for just normal downs and sits, okay? Sit. Attaboy. Good boy. Give him a treat, cup with my hand, praise, love. If you'll go back and look at it, break. If you'll go back and look at it, you will see he was watching me. Another thing that I do, whenever I release my dog from my commands, the break command, I always step back and step away. I do it all the time, and it's almost second nature. But when I step away, my dog naturally wants to come to me, and when he naturally comes to me, I'm going to praise him. So I'm already subliminally teaching him I'm the center of the universe, and it's great when he comes. When he comes and prays, I might pop a treat out. Again, I'm not a treat trainer, but I will use treats to motivate. There's a difference between treating everything and treating extreme excellent behavior, if that makes sense. So you saw that, you saw this, okay, this was from the side. Let's go, buddy, come on. So now, sit, down, good boy, hand signal from in front for the down, okay? We put up, no, down. We saw what I did, no, down, good boy. Come. All right, no, come. That's where that treat dropped just a second ago, I think. Good boy. Let's go. So, had him in a down, he doesn't smell the ground. If he does, we're going to tap the leash and tell him no down. That's only in a down command, okay? If he's released or we have him in a down stay, we have him down straight, stay. I don't mind if he smells the ground. I don't care if he chews on an antler or something like that, or a toy, or even lays on his side. But when we down, he's supposed to be paying attention to us. Let's go. So he messed up right here. We're going to come right back. Sit. Down. Good boy. Typically, when he makes a mistake, I try to go back and repeat it twice in a row. Break. Let's go. And the reason I do it twice is to make sure he understands what the correct behavior is and that he doesn't fall back on doing the thing that we don't want in the future. Okay? So you see, he's a little bit crazy, sit, but he can tune right into us. Good boy. I love the ears on GSPs. I just love the way they feel. Break. Let's go. Come on. So again, we're back to our let's go. I'll stop. I'll speed up. We come in. All right, man, load up. Load up. Come on, load up. Good boy. This is our getting in the car command. He already does that very well. Now we have a cat here. So that's just good. Actually, we have two cats here. So that's going to add to it, but guess what? That's life. We have to deal with it. Let's go. So we're going to actually walk up a little bit. Sit. Good. Down. Thank you, sir. Now, stay. When I do use the stay for the down, again, just pack your bags. You're going to be there a while. He can smell the ground. He can watch what's going on. He's basically turned off to what I'm asking him to do. It's sort of a release that way. I normally put a dog in a stay for at least a couple of minutes at a time. The down is a wonderful command to teach that you're in control, okay? So there he is looking at Lovey. We're fine. Now he's looking at Pika, the other kitty cat. Let's go. So I kept him in a stay a little bit less than what I normally do. Place. Place is get on your bed, lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. I don't care what he does. He's in real hunt mode right now. Like I said, it's really chilly. We've got animals, we've got squirrels. Everybody's a little active, but it doesn't matter. He has to stay on that place. Now, most of the time with the place, at least in the beginning when we're practicing and working, the place is a bed in the house. Out here, he's subject to all of God's beauty, but that's okay. He has to learn at some point in time what we want. He can actually do this for an hour, 2 hours at a time pretty easily right now. So again, when he's on the place, he's not having to sit, he's not having to down. He can do what he wants as long as it's not a behavior that we will not tolerate. I.e. chewing on the bed, okay, sneaking off of the bed, something along those lines. If he did get off the bed, it would be no, 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 place. We would tap the leash, no, 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 place. The consequence is a tap, okay? It's not a pull. When we pull, we do the work for our dogs. When we tap, we make him have to use his brain to what we want. And when I tap the leash, it's always a no and a tap, a no and a tap, okay? Let's go. Right over here, we have a kitty cat. Believe it or not, I'm one of these guys that like to confront these distractions because that's how we teach our dog to do what we want and act well. He's looking at the cat, but he's right there. Good boy. Little tap, not a lot, because I don't know exactly what he's thinking, but I do know he doesn't want to eat the cat. I just know he likes that, the art of the hunt, I guess I would say. Let's go. So the next thing, sit. And this is going to be some work right here, will be the heel command. The heel command is we've got an imaginary box, he stays right by our side. Why will it be some work? Because we've got a lot of things going on. But again, that's part of learning and where we need to go. We have a box, his job is to stay in the box, it's our job to help him stay in the box. When do I use the heel command? Typically if I'm at a pet store or I'm in a walking place where there's a lot of traffic, when I give him the heel command, it teaches him he needs to be close to me, okay? So you ready? Heel. So right here by my side. Good boy. I step off. See how he comes right back to the box? Good boy. Having the knee right through him a little bit. I stop. He sat, but he sat back a little bit. That's not what I want. So we're going to do it again. Normally he's real good. Heel. Again, a little bit of distraction, but that's okay. Good boy. So for those that are really looking, that could have been a cheat because he's over here. We're going to face the other direction this time. Heel. Come around. No heel. Come on, buddy. Good boy. When he sits at the end, he has to hold the sit till we break. Good boy. Last thing is the recall command. There are two stages or two forms of the recall. One is recall or come command. On leash is the come command. If we ask him to come and he comes, his job is to come right here and sit for us. We'll give him a treat, we'll pet him, we'll love him, but he has to stay in the sit until we release him. Okay? Off leash is just as important. I don't care if he sits to you, but we do want him to come right here. And the most important thing, and this is for all obedience, but we start with the come, we never give our dog a command unless we know they're going to do it or when we are in a position to make them do it. So off leash, say there was a cat over there and Wrigley was out looking and going from there, I wouldn't tell him to come, because if he ignored me and looked at the cat, he just learned that he could disobey me or his owner. I would get his attention with a toy, a treat, call his name, and then if he decides to come, he's going to start running to me. Hopefully he's going to start running to me. He's going to commit. And while he's committed coming to me, he's got a warm, happy thought, I'm going to implant the come command. And he comes to me, I'll pet him and love him. With my clients, I don't care if he sits or stands up or whatever. The important thing is for him to come. When you start working inside, remember, he can be dragging the leash or not. You're not going to give him, you do the same off-leash come, which will probably be a little easier and help build repetition, but you don't give him a command unless you know he's going to do it. If he doesn't do it, we always tap with the no and then repeat the command. And as we do those numbers of repetitions, the consistency of doing it, we can start to move into the off-leash realm. Start inside, then we go outside. Okay? So he's still holding it. Right. Let's come around here so we can see this on the camera. Sit. So he's holding it. If I wanted to, I could pull a little treat out right now. You see, he doesn't even know I'm pulling the treat out. And then I can tell him, give him the command on leash, because I can bite if he doesn't do it. If I tell him to come and he doesn't do it, I'm going to tap the leash right to me. Okay, come. He comes, he sits, good boy. Now, one of the things before I give him a treat, he's got to look at me. Atta boy, good boy. Break. So, when I'm making him look at me, I'm making him focus and letting him see he just can't get the reward and do what else he wants to do. So, off leash, break. And we're going to pretend like we're off leash right now for video purposes, but we're going to talk a second, just let him look around and do some of the stuff. He's in another world. Wrigley, hey buddy, Wrigley, hey, come. So I got his attention. Break. If you'll play it back, I did not tell him to come until he committed to me, okay? We're going to make mistakes. There's only one perfect being to ever walk this earth, and it's not us or you, unfortunately. We're going to make mistakes. We learn from those mistakes. If he does something once, he's going to do it again and again. If it's something we like, we put a word to it. Now we've got a trick or a command. If it's something we don't like, we have to provide a consequence. And the consequence needs to be physical. It could even be something like that. See how I got his attention? Or a snout, something along those lines. But it needs to be physical, because that's the way dogs communicate. All you have to do is watch two dogs together. You know, if you need me, you pick up the phone and give me a call, 336-945-3232. Okay, JimHodgesDogTraining.com, Facebook.com/Jim Hodges Dog Training. I'm here if you need me, okay? Never charge you anything to come and work with me. If I come out to you, yeah, I'm probably going to charge you. It just depends on the situation. If it's something that I feel like I need to come out, I'll come on out anyway. The thing that we have to do is we start, we work, we get the repetitions in, and then understand he's 11 months old, just like with any puppy. He's going to get good. As he gets good, we can back off on all the practice a little bit, but training can be a minute, 30 seconds, in the moment, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. All of it is positive if you get him to do it, because all you're doing is adding another piece of repetition and getting a chance to praise him and build that connection, okay? Thank you so much. If you need me, give me a shout. God bless. Take care. Right.